What is up? How's it going? Oh my God, thank you so much for coming out. Is there any sports fans out here? Yeah, awesome. Any athletes? Okay, cool. Any dunkers? Okay, jokingly dunker. Okay, great. I'm talking 10-foot dunk in a basket. Anyone? No? Yeah, isn't that crazy? Isn't that actually kind of a travesty? There's a whole entire room of people that can't dunk. There might be actually millions of people in the world that can't dunk. I call dunk discrimination. And I have a solution. I propose that we have multiple leagues that are height specific. Just like with boxing, you've got the different weight classes. With the NBA, we should have different height classes. And every height has a different basket. They all have a different basket. So you start with the midget league. Okay? Okay, little person's league. If they were here, I'd tell them as well. You got the 4-footers, you got the 5-footers, the 6-footers, and the 7-footers. And for the 7-footers, the basket is 2 feet higher than the normal basket, and fuck them! Had enough of it. It's not fair. You know, they're actually importing genetically modified giants from different countries in order to play in the NBA. I think they're growing them in vats or something. I mean, we're talking from Yugoslavia, Russia, China, Little New Guinea. I think they have a chip on their shoulder. They're trying to even it out a little bit. And what they're doing, they're sending these people over. They're not even training them in basketball. They're basically saying, like one coach is just like, do you think we should train them? Like, should we train them in basketball? And the owner's just like, no, fuck him. Just get him on the court. We need to win this game. So they're in there. They're in the game, and they're just like kind of barely conscious, it seems like. That's why I think they've been grown in vats. They're just like, and they're like, okay, basic rules. Put the ball into the circle. And they're just like, they don't know the rules, and they're just like when they actually make the basket. It's like, it's pathetic, actually. It's actually a travesty. Now, have you heard about this one? It's this girl. She's like 7'6", and she's Chinese, and they brought her in, they imported her, they probably gene spliced her or something, and she arrives into a high school league. Have you heard about this? She's like 7'6", and she's playing with these high school girls, and she's only like 15. And she's sitting there, she's like, and like all the little girls, like they're all little, they're just like, It's like totally keep away. And she's like, and then she gets all this applause, and then afterwards, the little girls on both teams are just like, fuck that bitch, fuck that Chinese bitch, fuck her, this is bullshit. It's so like crazy. I'm telling you, dunk discrimination, guys. God dang. But you might say that basketball is not the only sort of sport that, where it depends on you being like a specimen of some sport. You might say, well, what about football? I mean, you have to be really big and strong. Everyone has to be big and strong. Well, I mean, you can obviously just eat a lot and work out a lot to become a football player. Anyone can do it, okay? Now, in fact, football is so inclusive that anyone could actually play. Like, I could be a football player, because here's the thing, and I'm talking on the NFL level. Now, here's why, yeah, because you've got the big and strong people, but then you've got the kickers. You see? You have a whole other class of player. If I could just unwrap that for a second. You've got this whole other class of player called the kicker. So you got this situation happening where you're between plays, and on the sideline, you've got like a 340-pound, like walking heart attack on an iron lung and an oxygen mask and an IV between plays. He's like, the coach is like, are you ready to go back in? He's like, yeah. He's like angry. And then next to him, kind of a little over, you've got this other guy who's like, he's like doing like basic quad stretches. And the trainer comes over, trainer's like, you ready? And you need anything? And he's like, no, I'm fine. I just came from ballet. Yeah. And then there's this other guy. He's on the sideline, sitting there, and he's like, they're literally reattaching his shoulder blade. And it's like freaking like Saving Private Ryan or something. And like then the field goal kicker is just like sitting there with his little practice net. He's like, eh. And then the shoulder guy is like literally like a military war zone. He's like, you going in? And then the guy's like, no, I'm just practicing for fun. And then you've got, so here's the thing. This is the crazy thing about football. I don't know if you guys realize this. But as far as the kicker position, I mean, this is obviously like the most specialized position in the world. There's not just one kicker. There's the guy who does this, like the kind of side sweep. And there's a totally different guy who does this. And you have to have the leap. You have to have the leap. They obviously found all these punters from the Irish Dancing League. So you got this guy, boom, and this guy. Totally different guys. Now, it's funny because, no one, they don't hang out with the big, strong guys, basically. They're basically their own clan, the punter and the kicker, and they're always totally, like, enamored with each other. They're always like, oh, man, I can't believe, like, you can go like this, man. I can't even wrap my head around how good you are at doing that. And the punter's just like, yeah, man, dude, kudos, man. You're, like, going like that. You're just doing the side sweep. I can't even, man. I'm so admiring of you. Soccer player from Europe is just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I can kick any ball in any place, any way, with any side. With your football, the ball is not even moving. It's too easy. Oh, man, it's crazy. God, you do have to stay in shape. I mean, I play sports. I play various sports, and I also try to keep myself, limber. Anyone do yoga here? Okay, yeah. Yoga, great, awesome. So you practice yoga? It's the practicing, I guess. I realize they say practice yoga, practice medicine, because they never invented a verb for what it is. Like they should say to eye doctor or eye lawyer, eye yoga. So I yoga. And I've been looking for a new yoga studio, and I found a place that I thought would maybe work out. And so, because I'm always looking for the right kind of teacher. There's a few prototypes of teachers. There's Humble Heather. Hello, everyone. And it's like they always hold the consonant at the end really long. I'm so happy to see you guys. And then you've got Passionate Peter. Passionate Peter, he's just like, let's go. Are you guys ready for this? Are we ready for yoga? Let's do this. And you're just like, is this like an adventure game kind of thing? Are we going to go like into the woods or something? Because this is crazy. This is not my style. And then you've got Debbie the Diagnoser. So I go in there today, and everyone's doing their little stretches, like overly stretching their hips and stuff, and like groaning, like, oh, life is so hard being a human in Los Angeles, stretching. And so then, then of course here it comes, the dreaded this Debbie yoga teacher. She's like, does anyone have any injuries that I should be aware of? And I'm just like, oh, God. I'm like, no one else is saying anything. And I'm like, I think they're saying that because they want to make sure that they're not hurting you. Or like if you're bowing out of a particular pose, then they want to know why you're doing it. That's how I kind of think of it. So I'm like, I have this kind of outer knee thing. And she's like, and she stops me. And she's like, you have sciatica. I'm like, no, actually. And then this woman on the side, over here, this super sweaty woman is just like, you have sciatica. And I was like, you have diabetes. Thank you very much. I'm David Perez Babich.